All is good in the neighborhood. Man, it's a crazy echo in here. Y'all falling in the building, y'all. I need y'all to keep me company for a little bit. What's up, Crystal? How you doing, Crystal? What's going on? Y'all, this room got a crazy echo, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Room got a crazy echo. Crystal says, hey. Safe Zone said, hey, Mark. Hey, chat. What's up, Safe Zone? What's going on, Crystal? Avis says, hey, Mark. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, Avis. I'm doing pretty good. I can't even complain. I can't even complain. Appreciate you for asking. Cynthia Robertson in the building. Cynthia says, hey, Mark. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. What's up, Legendary? Legendary in the building with the prayer hands. Okay, I appreciate that. We definitely do need prayer. Definitely need prayer, y'all. Because with this military stuff, everything can be good one day and it can break hell the next day. So you pretty much don't know what the next day holds for real. So I appreciate everybody praying. You don't know what the next day holds. I mean, that ain't just the military. That's just life. You know what I mean? That's just life. You never know what the next day holds. You know. You can't predict the future. You know what I mean? So I appreciate all y'all prayers. I really do appreciate that. We all need that. Myself and all my battle buddies all across the world. We definitely need it. Tracy Jones in the building. What's up, Brittany? Brittany says, hello, Mark. Hello again, Mark. What's going on, Brittany? Hey, Brittany, I can't wait to play some music. I ain't got my own room yet. I'm just... They didn't fucked us over. You know, I got here thinking... But when I was in AIT, I had my own... I had a room, but it was like one room with 2 beds. It was like kind of like a hotel-style room. My roommate had 1 bed, I had 1 bed. We shared the room, shared all the common areas. So I thought when I got to my first duty station, I would have my own room. And I'm supposed to have my own room, but there's so many people in the barracks that they had to move people that are like E5s and up. E5 is a sergeant. Once they had to move anybody that's like an E5 and you in the barracks, they had to move. Well, they're in the process of trying to move them out so they can stay off post. That way, myself and people just coming in, lower ranks just coming in, we can get those rooms where we can, have our own room and just pretty much share the bathroom and the kitchen and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I ain't really went live. Just out of respect, for my roommate. I can't be in there playing music all out. You know what I'm saying? I try to be respectful. So until I get my own little comfort zone, my own room, that's when I go live and tap in with y'all for real. I appreciate y'all, all the praying hands in the chat. I appreciate it so much. Crystal says praying for you as well. I appreciate that, Crystal. Or you already know. Cynthia says, Mark, my oldest son is in the Navy in Japan, and the ship is going to the east. I'm praying as well. Yeah, we all need a prayer. We all need to pray. Like I said, you don't know. We don't know. We can be good one day, and the next day it just news in the morning. Soon you walk in, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. I've never experienced it, so I don't know the feeling, but I can just imagine for real. I can just imagine just one day waking up thinking you gonna go, normal. Like a normal day, you going to formation, you gonna do your exercise, this and that, but it's a whole different, ball game when you get there. Having news dropped on you like that, so I can only imagine. So, I'm praying for myself, honestly, because you don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. That's why when I hear people making fun of that, it's like weird to me. Like, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. Cause you not only when people make fun of that or they make a joke out of it, you're not just making a joke out of it because it's me, because your hate for me. You're making of come on. It's millions of people that you're also talking about. Some things you just don't joke about, you know what I mean? Some things you just joke, it's over 1 million soldiers in the United States alone. Some things you just don't joke about, but you're not only talking about me, you're talking about everybody. Cause I'm not gonna be the only one on the front line if I ever even go. That's why I say it's just weird, the stuff that people use as mutual combat. It's weird. Some things you just gotta have morals about, you know what I mean? And just not speak on, you know what I mean? But I guess morals don't really, don't nobody have them out here on YouTube. But it's all good, I'm protected anyway, so it don't matter to me. What's up, Vicky Gail Harris? Vicky Gail Harris, I made a post, thanking you because your one comment got me back on track. You know what I'm saying? You were just saying how how people go, they go low, you go high, and you were definitely right. I know sometimes I get off track sometimes, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate that. It's good and all the joke, but when somebody can tell you, hey, you're going too far, you know what I'm saying? I appreciated that. Thank you. I appreciated that. I really do. Brittany says, more, can you help with the name of the ship my brother's on? The SS something Abraham. I can't think of the name. Brittany, I don't know. That's like Navy. But I used to work at it. Like I said, I used to work on the naval boats. It was so. Only thing I remember at the CVN 679, the 677, the 680. I do remember them 3 boats when I was there. And I ain't been there. I left there in like 2021. But them boats be there for a long time. Cause they're huge vessels, especially the carriers. They are huge. So they be there for years at a time. But so I don't know which one. I don't know which one it is. But when I was there, they're the only 3 I remember. Like the 677, which I think one of them was like the U.S. Delaware. I remember the U.S. Delaware. It was the 678 and the 680. I don't remember none of the rest of them. I can't remember the rest of them because we was working on, when I was there, we was working on, I wasn't working on the carrier, I was working on the submarines. So all the numbers I'm talking about are submarines. I don't know nothing about the carriers. I was working on the submarines when I was there. Yeah, I used to work up there, like working along right side of the Navy, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to be up there when they used to be on the boat sleeping and everything, and just going in their rooms, because like on the submarines it's so compact and small. So sometimes the Navy, they'll be up there sleeping and we got to go in there, you know what I'm saying, and repair something or install something. So yeah, and the Navy, when they on the Navy on the submarines, they different, yo. Like to be out there, for one, you under the water. For one, that to me, right, that one thing right there wouldn't sit right with me. Knowing I'm under the water, I have anxiety. I have anxiety out the roof just knowing that. As far down as they go, I have anxiety. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole military, but the people that's on them submarines like that, shout out to them. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that one. I work with them, and I know how they live and everything on those submarines. I used to work on those. Legendary says prayers for the entire world. Again, y'all, I'm sorry for all the noise, y'all. I try to get in a little area by myself. I can do this live, but it's loud in here too. But I didn't want to disturb nobody, so sorry about the noise, y'all. But Legendary says prayers for the entire world. People out here downplaying the war and threats, inflation, and all. God help us all. That's what I'm saying. They downplaying something serious. Something so serious. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's why I say people make commentary out of anything. They don't even care what it is. That's why I say they lack morals. They lack empathy for other people, you know what I'm saying? Just respect. Like, it's just a whole host of things that these people out here just don't have nothing, no good in their heart for. You know what I'm saying? Wishing wars and stuff like that. Like, who does that? Like, come on now. Who does that? That's why I say when they don't have nothing, when people don't have nothing to talk about, they'll talk about just anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. It don't even gotta matter. It don't gotta matter. But I got prayer warriors. I got prayer warriors all around me, not just on YouTube. I know I got my YouTube. People that got prayers for me, and I believe that y'all praying too for not only me but the rest of the military servicemen, all my battle buddies around the world. But I got a praying family too. They've been praying. They ain't just started praying for me. They've been praying for me well before the military. I got praying family members as well. So I'm definitely not worried about nothing nobody say on YouTube. They just say that stuff to make themselves feel better. So if it make you feel better saying what you say to me, then have at it. You know what I mean? Have at it. What's going on, Shonda? How you doing, Shonda? Cynthia Roberts says, yeah, Mark, I didn't like that statement that lady said about you because that hit me as well. That's what I'm saying. It hit a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them have children. Like I said, a lot of them have children. A lot of them that sit in them chat, they got children that are servicemen as well. They got children that are grandchildren that are servicemen. They got husbands, wives, and you know what I'm saying, grandchildren that are servicemen, but they don't say anything because they want to belong somewhere. I don't want to belong nowhere that bad, yo. I don't want to belong nowhere that bad to the point where I'm gonna let you degrade my family too. When I'm on the back end praying for my family, and you come out here attacking somebody else that's in the same situation, and then I'm supposed to sit there and laugh all the while I'm praying for my own behind the scenes about the same thing you tearing down. That's why I say these people don't got no backbone. But they can't ever say that about me. They can't ever say that about me. I'm sorry, you just can't. I'm just too outspoken for somebody to think for me to allow somebody else to think for me. I'm too outspoken for that. I'm actually an introvert, y'all, but I'm an extrovert when I gotta be. I'm really introverted. If y'all don't know me though, but in real life I'm a very introverted person. I'm very much to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't cause problems. I don't just disrespect people. Like I didn't introduce that stuff, but they introduced to me to YouTube. I never just disrespect people. I never had people just disrespecting me. You know what I mean? That's just stuff that just came about on YouTube. It won't no everyday stuff. So, but yeah, it is what it is. What's good, TP? What's up, Beans Mom? Safe Zone said my ex was on the USS Robert G. Bradley. Okay, I don't think I remember that one. I mean, well, I know it was a lot of them before me too, though. But wow, Chris said, I know the food you eat is different, right? Not really. Like the food here, I mean, it is some different stuff you can eat, but I haven't really been out nowhere because I'm still kind of like in processing, and I don't have no car yet to get around anywhere. Like the city, because where I'm at right now is like the country part of Germany. It's not like city at all. So for me to go to like a city part of Germany, I'm gonna at least drive about 45 minutes, at least 45 to an hour just to get to like a city part of Germany. But when I go, I'm gonna definitely go live so y'all can see how I look over here in Germany. It'd be my first time seeing it, y'all first time seeing it. Well, anybody that ain't been here, I know some people have been to Germany, but some people haven't. But we got pretty much the same thing, Subway, McDonald's, Popeyes. We got pretty much the same stuff though. What's up, Trey? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Brittany said when we last talked, he said it was enough gas to last them up to at least 4 years. It might be. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't work on those, so I don't know too much about them. the carriers, the big boats. I don't know too much about those, but it sounds about right. It sounds about right. Could be. What's up, Portia Owens? How you doing, Portia? Ida Johnson says, hello, Mark and Chad. Mark, I'm keeping you in prayers. I appreciate that so much, and I believe it too. TP said, we are dealing with some miserable people on this red out. What we are facing in the current time climate is senseless and very real. That's what I'm saying. These people don't know how to separate real life events from YouTube. They just don't know how to do it. That's how I know they're miserable and just sad people. Just miserable and sad people. They don't think about nobody else. Just miserable and sad. But I ain't gonna let none of that rub off on me though. So I send all of it back. When it come out of their mouth, I go ahead and instantly send it back. You know what I mean? Legendary says, send it back. Yeah, I just said that before I read your comment, Legendary. That's exactly what I do. When I hear it, I instantly send it back. Like, I don't want it over here. I'm gonna speak for us. We don't want it over here. Because you can't just wish war on me. You wishing on all of us. We don't want it. I'm gonna send it back to you. You know, you have war with your family or something. I'm gonna send it back to you. We don't want it. I'm gonna speak for all of us. Well, let me not say that. I'm gonna speak for myself. Some things you know, I'm speaking for myself. But y'all get what I'm saying though. I heard about the statement that was made. It's sad some people don't think before. Yeah, it's sad, but what can you expect from a sad person? You know what I'm saying? You can only expect sad things to come out of their mouth. You can't expect nothing more to come out of a sad person's mouth when they're miserable and lonely and they ain't got nobody to talk to but YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing other than YouTube. You can't expect nothing more. So, you know, it is what it is. Trey said, that's right, Mark, stay strong. Yeah, I've been strong. I've been strong. We stand strong over here. All of us. What's up, Day One? What's up, Day One? Day One in the chat. Nicole Pratt in the chat. She says, hey, Mark. What's going on, Nicole? Trey says, they don't realize the effects. That's what I'm saying. They think it's supposed to affect only me. Like, foolish mindsets. And these are people that are 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 years old with these foolish mindsets. Like, how did you make it this far in life thinking like that? Like, how did you make it this far in life? Like, if it was really up to you, a war to start, and it was up to you, you would upset so many families. You wouldn't just upset mine, because one person don't go to war alone. You would upset so many families if it was up to you. Like, you're just retarded. You're just slow. But that's what they are, though. We all witness that. The stuff they say out their mouths, just foolish and crazy. And then you got people in the chat that just, you know, they foolish and crazy too, if you ask me. Because anybody that go with it and just don't say anything, and you ain't even gotta say nothing in a disrespectful way. You can say something. You can stand up and speak up, you know, and pump your chest out and be respectful too. You ain't gotta say it in a disrespectful way. But these people rather just follow, you know what I'm saying, monkey see, monkey do. You know what I mean? That's what they much rather do, which is crazy. And they just, some of them be the same age, some of them be older, and some of them be old enough to be the other person's mom, like grandmom and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? But they just still rather just, you know what I'm saying, just let somebody else think for them, or let somebody else voice their opinion, and they just, you know, go with it. It's just sad, you know. It's sad. It's just sad. My daughter's in the Navy. I bound these devils. That's what I'm saying. A lot of their families in the Navy, in the Army, in the Marines, in the Air Force, they sit in the same chats and they don't say nothing. All while they praying behind the scenes. But you sit in the chat and condone it. Like, have a backbone. You know what I'm saying? Have a backbone. I never understood why people want to belong somewhere so bad. What are you getting out of it? You're not getting paid. For anything you come out of pocket to belong, if anything, you're not getting paid nothing. Why do you want to belong so bad? I never understood that before. I never understood that. These people are crazy. I've never witnessed. That's why I say a lot of people say they're not from Virginia, and y'all can't be. You can't be from where I'm from, because we just, I just never, I don't know where these people come from. Like, where do these people come from? Where I'm from, it's a lot of strong people. You know, I don't know where these people come from. I don't know. They must have dropped them off in their own land and they just found these channels. That's what I think. Legendary says, facts, that's why I can never support the foolishness because that's on another level of evil. It's on a whole nother level of evil. To wish something worldwide, that's like, damn, do I make you that mad? That you're gonna wish something on not only me, but the next person as well, the next person's son, the next person's daughter, the next person's granddaughter, grandson, you gonna wish it on the next person as well? Do I make you that mad? God damn, I don't even go live. How do I make you that mad? And I don't even go live. What the hell? What the hell, yo? I be sitting back laughing at these folks, man. They ain't got nothing. And I don't say that to be mean, but you know, it is what it is. We all had the same, we all was 21 at one time. We all was 30 at one time. We all had the same, I ain't gonna say we all had the same opportunities, because I don't wanna go that far, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people really just foolish. Just foolish, and they don't got, and they just brain like bird brains or something. You know what I mean? I don't get these folks, man. I don't get these folks. All they do is sit around and wait for somebody to go live. Y'all watch, just sit around and watch, y'all. All they do is sit around and wait for somebody to go live just to have something to say. That's all they do. You can be like, you know what I'm saying? You can be just minding your business. You know, y'all, but what I really realized though, some people really need this YouTube. And YouTube really can be something resourceful. Like you don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You can do what you want to do because YouTube is actually a great source of income. You know what I'm saying? You really can make some really good money on here, but if you gotta be, to me, I just don't want to be, if I can't make it on YouTube and do something I enjoy, then I don't want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't, because you know what I noticed? You know what I know in the world? I know it's somebody outside that I know it's somebody in the world that's interested in what I'm interested in too. So, you know, just do you. Like, you ain't gotta be, I don't know. And then you got some people out here that's doing it for free. You know, that's how you really know they bored. They out here doing it for free. They just bored as hell. You're not even getting paid on YouTube. I mean, if you're gonna be in this sector, at least be getting paid. You know what I mean? You're not even getting paid to do what you do. You can be spending that time with your kids and your grandkids and taking your mom and your dad out for dinner, but you up here doing all this stuff for free. Like, you really, like those type of people are really weird to me. Like, really weird to me. Like, they're not even monetized at all. Like, you ain't got nothing better to do. What's up? Get your mama in the building. What's going on? What's up, Brenda? Brenda says, hi, Mark and Chad. What's going on, Brenda? Nicole says, Mark, these people aren't loved properly. That's what I believe. They're not loved and properly in life. All they do is beg, for real. That's all they do is beg. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's all they do is beg, and that's all they do is beg in real life. They just found another platform to do it. They probably was begging their family members. They probably got tired of them begging. Now they found a platform where they got a little fan base. You know what I'm saying, that put up with their wrongdoings, you know what I mean, that they can beg from now. You know, I'm just glad that ain't my story. I can't stress that enough. I don't have to come on YouTube and just beg constantly. I don't have to do that. I really don't have to do that. Like, I will go to family first. These people don't got no family. They fucked up with their families. That's why they stuck on YouTube begging, because they done messed up with their families. Their families tired of them. You know, that's what I think. But, you know, it could be other reasons, but that's what I think. Their families tired of them, so they got to come on YouTube and beg all the time. I get you can ask your supporters, you know what I'm saying, because they are your supporters. Supporters are going to support you, and they really fuck with you. But, like, some of y'all be asking too goddamn much. Like some of y'all just ask too damn much. It get to the point where that's when the word begging coming. That's when the word asking is what's the word? That's when the word asking is replaced with begging. Like, damn, you were just begging last week for something, you know what I'm saying? Now you begging again 2 days later. Like, goddamn, this how I promise y'all, I'm a people. You know what I'm saying? I know people got bills. I know that for a fact. I have bills. I know I ain't the only one in the world with bills. So I don't even do my parents like that. Like, I'm not gonna keep on asking my mom and dad for money. Like, I know they got bills just like everybody else. But you know, they don't really think like that, you know what I mean? It's weird. These people, Ava says, only because of who you support, that's all it is, for real. That's all it is. Nicole says, right, I bind, am I on your way? Okay. Right, I bind these devils. I pray every day that my daughter doesn't go. I also pray. That's what I'm saying. That's all, you know. I don't know. That's why they really do need it. They go low and say evil things to get money. That's the only way to get money. You know, just like Lemonhead. Lemonhead said so many times, oh, I'm going to be positive. I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. And then like 2 days later, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. How you just say you're tired, now you're not tired? Come on, that's crazy. And that's just an example, you know what I'm saying? That's just an example, you know, she ain't the only one, but, you know, it's a lot of them. I'm praying for all because I have 2 sons going out, Lord. Yeah, that's all you can do for real is pray for real. That's all you can do is pray for real. I agree, Mark. Some people have no shame. They don't care about begging. I wouldn't even feel right, you know what I'm saying, begging every day, yo. Dry begging, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, it's like covered up with dry begging. They just say like subliminal dry bag stuff. It's like, come on, we ought to see the plot. We ought to see the play. We ought to see the play. It's just funny. I pray daily for my baby and everyone with a child or family in the service. Yeah, you know, a person with, you know, compassion, you know, a heart, you know, that's what they pray for, you know, especially times like now, you know what I mean? A person with a heart that, you know, that's actually isn't black, you know what I mean? But, you know, you got people with black hearts too, you know what I mean? That's what they pray for. They pray for your downfall, you know what I mean? What's going on, Mona Larry? Hey, Mark, blessing to you, sir. Blessing to you as well. Nicole Presser, yes, Mark, I would be embarrassed to come on social media to ask anyone for help, especially because my family is so close. These people will be lying like they have so much support. That's what I'm saying. You hit it on the head. You hit the nail on the head with that one. What's going on, Miss Wright? Sherette in the building. What's up, Sherette? These people be like, I don't have no papers to shortage, but then the same breath, begging for help to make it sense. That's like the YouTube way. That's like the sector way. That's like the sector way. I'd be embarrassed, man. I promise I'll be embarrassed. Like you don't got no other family member to ask. Ain't no way. Let's see. TP speaking to Josephine. Brenda said, I agree, Nicole, asking strangers for money is crazy. I don't mind supporting people, but after a while, that's what I'm saying. After a while, it get draining, you know what I mean? Like, goddamn. Like, what you do with the money I gave you last week? You know what I mean? What you do with the money I gave you last week? You know. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Mona Laurie, I'm praying for your journey and safety through these times. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. Lemonhead is a miserable, old, lonely, drunk embarrassment. I cringe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just talked to my grandmother today, y'all. She had surgery today. Well, not today, but she just came home from the hospital. She had surgery. But you know, that's what I'm saying. I'd be like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, she's so, like my grandmother, she just, I don't know. I just don't expect that from certain things. I just don't expect from her. You know what I mean? She just be at home baking and cooking and stuff like that. You know, I miss actually going over there to get plates. I ain't gonna lie. My grandma, she used to get in that get in that kitchen and start whipping up. My grandma, she make a crazy rice pudding too. Like world's famous. I ain't gonna lie. I miss actually going over there for my grandma and pull up with my grandma. But yeah, she ain't nothing like my grandma, yo. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, my dad mom, she won't like Lemonhead, but she'll get you, you know, she'll get you right though if you if you step out of line though. She was like that in that way, but she ain't just disrespect people for no reason. Like, she ain't just go around being disrespectful and, you know what I'm saying? You had to do something to her or something like that. Nicole, they're so educated but won't get. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nicole Pratt, I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the $5 super chat, Nicole Pratt. I appreciate it so much, y'all. I've been trying to hit I ain't been trying to hit my threshold because I ain't been on YouTube, but y'all, I done missed the threshold like two months in a row. I done missed about 2 rows, but I ain't been on YouTube though, so I ain't been sweating it though, but it's all good though. Lemonhead always says she doesn't need YouTube, but curse me out when she doesn't get where it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it be a lot of them be contradicting. A lot of the time they be contradicting. Sometimes I just be listening like, what the hell? Like, do you not just hear what you just said out your mouth? Like, it be like, okay, the person I support can do it, but the person I don't support is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever to stay in good graces, you know what I'm saying? You know, I get it. Whatever to stay in good graces and to not get cursed out and all that stuff. Let me tell you, I don't care. I just don't care, yo. Like, if someone say, hey, you know, Mark, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want you in my chat no more. I'm gonna be like, I bet. And move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't sweating it. Like, I ain't hard up. I ain't gonna goddamn cry. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, and YouTube don't pay none of my bills, no way. When I get my little YouTube check, the look, you know, like that little, you know, a pair of boots cost more than the little checks I get on YouTube. Like, YouTube is just a little play money. Like, I eat and stuff with that. Like, if I do get a little check here, you know, that's that. You know, it don't pay nothing. It is what it is. Ida Johnson says, my husband is in the Army in Kuwait, and it's bad over there. Yeah, I know it's bad over there. My drill sergeant at AIT, before I graduated, after I graduated, she was leaving. She was being dehatted from being a drill sergeant because you can only be. Well, I ain't gonna say you can only be a drill sergeant, but she was. Once you do your 2 years as a drill sergeant, they dehat you. It's not a bad thing, but you just did your time as a drill sergeant. And you know, she did her time as a drill sergeant, and she was sent to Kuwait. So, and this is before like all this everything now being said. This is before then. Or it probably was during then. I don't know. It probably was during that time. Cause this was like what last month. So yeah, it probably was during that time when she got sent over there to Kuwait. Yeah, I pray for everybody, the whole military, the whole military for real. Josephine said in the kitchen cooking with love. Yeah, my grandma be in the kitchen cooking with love. She be baking, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my grandma, she just, it don't matter. We ain't even gotta say grandma be coming over. She always got something made. She always got something made, or if we get there, we can smell it. We can smell it just coming to the door, like her, what she cooking and stuff like that. I just miss just pulling up in my grandmama, yo. Like I'm like that with everybody. I just pull up on you. I don't never tell you I'm coming. I'm just pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I just like to surprise you. You know, I'm just gonna pull up on you. My sister was like that too. My sister, she was a big cook too. Every time I come home, she be like, what you want me to cook for you? You know? My sister, yo, I got some good sisters, yo. All three of them, they like phenomenal women, phenomenal sisters, phenomenal women. I'm just blessed. I love my sisters, yo. I ain't never had no brother. I ain't never had no blood brother anyway. But my sisters, yo, I love them, yo. They look out for me. As I do them too. But they look out for me more so because I'm just like the only bro, the only baby, the only brother. I don't stand with wrong. Yeah, a lot of them, I don't know. Maybe they be bored, you know. Maybe they bored and just don't got nowhere to go. So they just rather just go along with something that's wrong and stuff like that. It is what it is. I ain't mad. If that's how if you want somebody else to think for you, then have them think for you. But you know, can't nobody think for me. I'm too opinionated for that. Can't nobody think for me. I don't. My own mom and dad don't even think for me. They don't think for me either. I listen to everything they say though. I listen to everything they say. I know they saying it, you know, with love, and you know what I'm saying. I know they ain't gonna guide me the wrong way. You know what I mean? But ultimately, I'm gonna think for myself. Ultimately, that lady is an old fool. I'm sorry, but that's my take. Yeah, I mean that's your opinion. They don't like when people have opinions. You know what I'm saying? They don't like when people have opinions. Cause that's what I did initially when I first came on here. I just had an opinion. And I didn't bash that lady. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing bad about it. But because, like I said, because it didn't align with what she felt, then, you know, it was wrong in her eyes. But it is what it is. More of these people are hypocrites and they don't even believe what they're even saying themselves. I believe that too. If you two don't at least pay their internet and sell, why even talking here? That's what I'm saying. They be up here for free. Just back and forth all day long for free. Not even trying to get monetized. Can't get monetized no matter who backing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just out here talking for free. Like, you can be having a free conversation with some family members or something. Like, why are you talking to me? Or why are you talking to this other person? You're not even getting paid. At least these other people getting paid for what they're doing. You're not even getting compensated for what you're doing, but you're gonna hear all day long rebuttal and every damn thing. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. A lot of people out here support trash. I believe that too, Nicole. Appreciate the super chat, day one. Stay chest out, head forward, soldier, for sure. You already know. Appreciate the $4.99, Avis. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. These people are doing all this for pennies, literally. Pennies for literally. Like, come on now. It's a little change for me. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it, but you know, it ain't nothing I'm gonna go crazy over. You know, for a little pocket change, you know, you buy you a little bottle of Hennessy. You buy you a big bottle of Hennessy, that's damn near the YouTube check right there. This with a bottle of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's why it don't be nothing. I ain't making no thousands of dollars up here. I ain't no Peach McIntyre type of money, you know, Treese money. It ain't no type of money like that for y'all to be losing y'all mind and losing sleep. You know? Not living life because you stuck to a screen. You know, you stuck at home and looking at a screen. I'm not going out like that. I ain't going out like that. You know what I mean? I got to get out and live, y'all. I'm finna get out now. I'm finna go out now. I'm just waiting on the time, though. We're going out to a little club tonight. It's called, what the club called? It's called Club Flashback. Club Flashback. So I'm going there with a few of my battle buddies. We all gonna go together, have a good little time, have a few drinks. I'm gonna taste some German beer tonight, y'all. They say German beer is a lot stronger than American beer, so I ain't gonna overdo it. I ain't gonna test the waters, you know what I'm saying? If you say it's stronger, I'm gonna believe it's stronger. So I'm gonna know my limits and have fun. Well, that's what we're doing tonight, y'all. It don't open up till 10:30 though, so I got another, 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, I got another 3 hours before it open up. So I figure I just come on YouTube and tap in with y'all. That shows how ignorant they truly are. You don't have to agree with everything. That's what I'm saying. You can agree to disagree, you know what I mean? Like even my channel, if you don't agree with something I say, that's cool. I can't, I would much rather it be that way than you agree with everything come out my mouth. Like if you don't agree, you just don't agree. And it's okay. We still can be friends, right? We still can be buddies. We still can, get along. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta always agree. That's the beauty of people. Ain't no one person made the same. We all made differently. It's okay to have your own thoughts and opinions. It's okay. That shows how ignorant they are, true they are. You don't have to. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. That's facts. My beautiful wife Prince in the building. She dropped a $10 super chat. I appreciate that, my beautiful wife Prince. I appreciate that so much. You ain't missing nothing, Prince. I'm just up here, chopping it up with everybody. I ain't been on live in a little minute. I told everybody I ain't been on live because I ain't got my own space yet to, do what I want to do. So that's the only reason why I ain't been on live. I ain't really been nowhere outside of like the base. So that's another reason why I ain't been live to show y'all nothing. But soon to come though, for real. Just keep y'all post notifications on, you know what I mean? TP says one of them could be cleaning their nest, spending time with their grandchild, researching on good care. Again, yeah, I mean, you could be doing something more, vital to your life, you know what I'm saying? Something that they really truly need your attention, but I don't know, TP. You wrapped it up though, TP. You couldn't have said it no better, TP. It is what it is. Day one says, be careful with that beer. My neighbor drank 3. He be on some what is that type shit. I'ma assume whatever that is, it ain't good, day one. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma assume whatever that is, it ain't good. I just want to try though. I ain't gonna go crazy though, because you have to be, you gotta be responsible. And when you go to these spots, you gotta understand it's other people that could be there that are not necessarily watching you, but they're military as well, and they could have more rank than you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be careful. It ain't like being a civilian and you going to a club and you get shit wasted and people just either laugh or help you out. Like it's like, yeah, we all out here partying, but at the same time you gotta remember who you around too, or remember who you could be around. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. Everybody in civilian clothes, you don't know who you around. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. It's the base is so big. There's so many of us here. So you don't know everybody. I don't know everybody. Don't nobody know everybody. So you just gotta be careful and be mindful. You know what I mean? That's all. TP says, hey Prince, happy Saturday. Cynthia Roberts says, please watch your surroundings, Mark, while you're out. Yeah, for sure. I'm going out with a few of my battle buddies. I ain't gonna stay too long. I just want to see what I just really want to see what it's about, y'all. My roommate, I ain't gonna tell you about my roommate, y'all. But he, he cool. He a cool guy. You know, he younger. And he into like anime and shit like that. You know, younger. So we're not like on the same level. And I'm not saying I'm above him or nothing like that. But we just on two different like we just on two different vibes, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But he cool though. For the most part, he cool. He do everything I do though, but he cool. Yo, I swear, y'all, I went out this morning to get a haircut, y'all. And I took all the sheets and all the sheets and my pillowcase and everything on my bed and washed them, y'all. Why I came back and he had all his sheets and everything on his bed too. I said, man, ain't no fucking way. I said, ain't no way. I said, what the hell? I don't ever tell him though, but I just be in my head, I'm like, bruh. But I came back, the boy, man, he cleaned the whole goddamn room though. I said, goddamn, had that motherfucker smelling like bleach and pine sol. I said, goddamn, it smelled good in there. He cleaned the hell out the room though. He did do that though. Cleaned the hell out of it. He turns into a superhero. Tigers and Bears. He chill though. He chill. He chill. He cool dude. Cool dude. He's a cool person. And for him to be younger, he kind of he level headed. He ain't like one of them wild younger guys. He ain't one of them. He just level headed. He be playing the game and shit and just chilling. Prince says, have fun, hubby, just be careful. I'm at the store. Have a blessed day, everyone. Getting ready for a snow. Oh yeah, you be safe too, Prince. Especially that snowstorm coming. Be safe out there. TP said, blessings, Prince. We have a snowstorm on the way here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard it snowed in Virginia too. Somebody told me it snowed in Virginia too. That's crazy. It's still snowing like that. That's crazy. We in March, ain't we? Or February or whatever. I don't even know what day it is, y'all. Matter of fact, it's the 14th. Yesterday was for Friday the 13th. We in March, and it's still snowing. Crazy work. It's so disrespectful. They need to take her off YouTube and never let her back. She needs someone to pray for her. I ain't gonna say they need to take her off YouTube, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Man, maybe she can try being more kinder. I don't know. I don't know. Just try being more kinder, you know what I'm saying? Because you know one thing, she got people that's just going to support her regardless of what she do. Like, they going to support you regardless of what you do. So when you got that type of support, then, you know what I'm saying, you can do different stuff, you know what I mean? I just don't think she realized that yet. I don't think she realized the type of support she really has, though. Like, she really can just literally do anything, and people still gonna support her, like, heavy, you know what I mean? They still gonna support her heavy, you know? I don't think she realized it yet, though. I went last night, Prince. I learned from my past day we had from the last one. Oh, Prince say. Oh yeah, get to the store. You know they like to clear. They like to clear the shelves of all the toilet paper and all the other stuff, and don't even end up needing it. But you always gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? You can save it, but I guess for the time being, thinking you're gonna need all of it, and don't even need it. But I know some spots up north, they get like their snow be like, it don't be like snow in Virginia where it's here a couple days and it's gone. There it be there for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. Glow said yes, it snowed. Yeah, that's what somebody told me that. One of my battle buddies told me that it snowed because he came from AIT and he said it snowed. He had snowed and stuff like that. What's up, Glow? I ain't know. Did I speak to Glow? I probably did. What's going on, Glow? TP, we are expecting 10 to, wow. Prince, where you at? Are you up? You gotta be up north somewhere. You in like New York or somewhere up there? Mark, please be real. That lady don't have a crime bone in her body. You know, well, she ain't even showing a crime bone yet, but maybe it's one deep down somewhere. I don't know. Could be, I don't know. Prince have a song, Sometimes It's Snowing in April. Even thought it was the entire month of March. Prince got a song called, let me see if I can find that song real quick. Yeah, I can't wait till y'all see my setup when I get in my room. I want to set my stuff up and have my LED lights and everything going on, my little monitors and stuff like that, because I'm going to start streaming. But it's going to be like gaming stuff though. I'm going to get me like a Twitch account and be doing like gaming and stuff like that. That's why I do stuff like that. Bye everyone, just here to say hello, be safe, hubby. You know I will come and find you. If I need a ride home from the club, I'm gonna call you, Prince. If I'm bobbing and weaving and need a ride home from the club, I'm gonna call you. Nah, I'm playing. I'm gonna be safe, for sure. You be safe as well. Christine Seabrook says, hey Mark, what's going on, Christine Seabrook? Y'all, I ain't been doing nothing but chilling, y'all. Today, we went to a cookout today. My chief, well, it was a mandatory cookout. They emphasized the word mandatory, so we had to be there. But I enjoyed myself, y'all. We had food, and we had a spade game going. I mean, spade's always fun anyway, so it was a cool little vibe. I got to meet all my battles and stuff like that. I got to really meet them instead of just like in passing and stuff like that. I really got to talk to them and stuff like that. So it was good. I was glad I went. Well, I had to go, but I was glad to be there. So I stayed for probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And then everybody, when one person leaves, that's when everybody leeching out the door pretty much. And then you just start seeing a decrease of people in the house. So, but y'all, I gotta work on getting me a car too, y'all. I can't keep taking the taxi, y'all. I took the taxi today to go to a haircut, and it was like $10 to go 3 minutes up the road. It was $10 to go 3 minutes up the road. That's crazy. I said, I can't keep doing this, y'all. I gotta save up for me a little whip. Get me a little beater car. Cause I don't want to buy the car. The car I don't want to buy until I get back to the States. So once I get back that's when I'm gonna buy my dream car. But while I'm here, I'm trying to get me a little A to B car, a little putt. You know what I mean? Something to get me from A to B. Maybe about a couple $1,000s. Those German beers are going to have you rocking. That's what they say. I haven't had a German beer, so I don't know. But that's what they say. They say you don't need too many of those. And I'm one of the people that can drink, and just drink, because I don't feel it. But no, I ain't doing that. Especially not here, Especially not here. Because over here, y'all know the legal limit over here is 0.06. It's 0.06 over here. I think in the States it's like 0.09 or 0.08 or something like that. Like, and here you can get pulled over. Even if you can get a DUI over here for walking drunk. Like, if you're drunk and you're stumbling, you can get a DUI for that. If you on like a little moped, like a little motorized scooter, you can get a DUI for that. Like, over here, it's like they take that stuff serious over here. They take it very serious over here, so you got to be careful over here. Just here to show my husband's support. I'm staying out of it. Yeah, I understand, Prince. I will never. I understand for sure. I understand that. I really do understand that. As soon as you wet your palate, it hits you. That's what I'm saying. That's the, you know, I gotta be careful. And I am gonna be careful, y'all. I promise you. Y'all ain't gotta worry with me. I promise I'm gonna be careful. I might show y'all when I get there. Because it is early for y'all and it's later for me. So y'all probably, y'all know y'all will be up and moving and grooving. So y'all probably will get them the post. I don't know, Mark. I seen you crash out live at your mom's house. When I crash out at my mom's house? Damn, when was that? Crash out at your mom's house. You talking about, okay, what you mean like crash out? You mean like fell asleep? Or like, what you mean? Because I don't remember that, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember that. And when I get drunk, I ain't gonna lie, when I used to get drunk on live, I never go back and watch it. I always delete it. Sometimes I be deleting it because I know I act a fool sometimes. I know I be acting a fool, so I don't even go back and watch. I respect that, Prince. You have to, yeah, for sure. For sure. When your tail was asleep, yeah, I was out of it that day. I fell asleep. I ain't mean to fall asleep. You know how you just lean back. You had a few drinks and then you just nod off. You know, and it's not good. I done did that. Like I done did the same thing y'all seen on live. I done did that behind the wheel too. I done did that driving too. Sometimes it just you had too much and it hits you. You think you fine and it just hits you and put you out. Like it put you out just like that. And that's happened in the past, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just gotta like be careful. I'm telling y'all, my neighbor will be funny as hell. 3 bears and he under. I ain't gonna have too much. I kinda had a little pregame session already a little bit. I had me a little pregame session. I had me some Jack. I've been drinking that with some Coke. Cause my goal is not to drink. My goal would be not to buy not to spend a lot of money. Like that's my goal when I go. I just want to have a good time and maybe buy a drink, maybe 2 at the most. But that's it. You know what I mean? My goal is just to have a good time. That's the ultimate goal. I just want to have a good time and make it back safely. That's the goal every time I go anywhere. Prince, bless your heart. From the outside looking in, you have a kind heart. Stay well, sweet. Yeah, Prince is a very sweet person. Like, you know, and I get that from a lot of people on YouTube. Like, you know, just like some people get that from me. You know what I'm saying? Like they can see outside the bullshit when I be doing, and they can see I'm a really good person. And I really am. Like if you really knew me, like I don't like, you know, it's just like completely different from YouTube. Like, you know, I don't go around just cursing people out and starting problems with people. You know, I don't do stuff like that. You know, so you know, and I can appreciate some people that can see that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it can be like, okay, this is just a YouTube shit. You know, this ain't really how this. You know what I'm saying? I can really see how he really is in real life. You know what I'm saying? But some people can't see it. They just think YouTube is your life, so they just like, okay, this is how he is all the time. Like, and it's really not. Like, it's really not. I told you that you was about to crash out. You didn't listen to. You did listen to that good music. But you know what? Those crash outs like that, it's like, I shouldn't get to that point. But at the end of the day, I was at home though. Like I was at home, I was safe. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't at nobody's like club or function or like lounge or bar and like that. I was at home you know what I'm saying? I was at home. So, you know, at least, at least I was being responsible in that way. You know, just doing it at home. And that's all my mom used to say. Like, she'd be like, I don't care if you drink. Just don't drink out. Just don't do that out there. Like, if you're going to be drunk, if you're going to get drunk at home, then have at it. But just don't do it out there when you got to drive and all that stuff. But y'all, that stuff don't be hitting me fast enough, y'all. That used to be my thing. It don't hit me fast enough. Like, I got to drink a little more. I like the feeling. I ain't gonna lie. I like the feeling. I really do. Not the feeling of being drunk, but having that like that little feeling, that little buzz feeling. I ain't gonna lie, I do. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I remember the night you fell asleep in the car and had me worried. Yeah, that night was crazy, y'all. Cause when I woke up, y'all, the police was like right there. The police was there when I woke up. They woke me up. I fell asleep in the parking lot, yo, with the damn door open, yo, like drunk as hell, yo, just doing dumb shit, all out, all the way somewhere by myself, don't know a soul in sight, just irresponsible, and I can say that, and I can own that, you know, just irresponsible as hell. Anything could have happened, y'all. That's why I know God is real. That's how I know God is real. I done had so many instances where things could have went wrong. That was one of them that y'all witnessed. Like I said, I fell asleep behind the wheel, flew off the interstate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm still here. That's how I know God is real. That's how I know his hands be wrapped around me tight. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know for sure. You better stop that mess if you're going to drink, get a DD or, oh yeah, well today I'm gonna get me a, well I don't know, I gotta make sure somebody designated driver because we're going out together, but I gotta see y'all know what? I wish my roommate would go out because he don't drink. He don't drink, but I don't want to always ask him to be the designated driver, yo, because that's like when I was back home. I ain't want my cousin to always go, 'cause my cousin, he ain't drink, but I ain't want to always ask him to go with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to be there, because that's not his vibe. So he's not gonna be having fun, but I'm gonna be having the time of my life. So, you know, that's why, I'm gonna get me we probably just get like a cab or something, because like that club ain't too far away from here, you know, and if it's like 3 or 4 of us like in a taxi, it probably like about maybe 10, no more than $15, split 4 ways, or one of us just pay one this time and then the next one next week pay. You know, whatever, so it ain't too expensive either. I can tell Prince has a great spirit and a kind heart. That's why I love her and always will. Yeah, same here. Same here. Prince ain't never like showed me no different. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't showed nobody no different. I haven't. Like, anybody that I've been supporting, I've never like. That's why I go back to me having my own mind. Like, can't nobody tell me about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fought with you, I fought with you. I ain't gonna fall out with you or start disrespecting you because somebody else fell out with you. Like, that's not how I operate. You know what I mean? On YouTube or in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if it's my like sisters, my dad, or like my cousin, if you don't fuck with them, then I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a different level, but on YouTube, you know, it ain't the same to me. You know, it ain't the same to me. Josephine says, right, do in the presence of your home, you are a young black man society. Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I ain't got to worry about nothing. You know? If I wake up face flat on the floor, at least I'm at home and I can get myself together. That's all. Let that be your last. Oh yeah, for sure. That's my last time though. That's my last time. That was just way too much, yo. Like I had went to that same club like the next week, and the officer. That's how the officer that woke me up. He didn't breathalyze me or nothing. He was just like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah." I said my car had ran out of gas. I had made an excuse. I said my car had ran out of gas, and I just fell asleep here. And he was like, "All right, okay," and he just let me go. But yeah, the next week I had went to that same club, and they was like, "Bro, you was like causing havoc. You like pretty much just wow." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Bro, we couldn't calm you down. Like you were doing too much." That's why I be scared of myself sometimes, y'all. I really do. They were like, we couldn't do nothing with you, bro. Like, I was just apologizing. I was like, my bad. It won't happen again. Cause they could have banned me, but they didn't. March Spring is in the air, so you definitely will be enjoying yourself in Germany. I'm already enjoying myself, and I ain't seen nothing yet. But I'm already enjoying myself. I thought I would be like real homesick, but. And I kind of am, but not to the point where it's like detrimental or something like that. Like I'm good. I do miss like seeing my mom and pulling up on people, what I'm saying, stuff like that. But That's just what come with the army though. Like you just got to give up things. Like some things just aren't, available to you no more. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's just crazy weather. We are in the 90s just because it's gonna be 105 coming up this week. Started Monday. Yikes. Wow. Hey, y'all gonna have some hot days coming soon. Y'all gonna have some hot days coming soon. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get me a little nap in before I go out. I'm gonna try to get me a little nap in, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I got a new iPhone, y'all. I wanna buy me a new iPhone the other day. Well, I already had a new one anyway. I already had the 17, but the 17 Pro Max. When I went out and bought the 17 Air, because I had to get a new phone. My phone bill was like, this month was $220 because of all the international callers. I was like, oh no, I gotta get rid of this. So I went and got me some local service so that it won't be expensive. Cause I can't do that every month, $200 plus a month. So now I gotta use like WhatsApp to call my mom and dad and stuff like that. I gotta use stuff like that just to keep it down. They charge like by the minute here. Like if you call a regular US number, they charge you by the minute. I think it's like 40 cents a minute. And if you having like full-blown conversations, that 40 cents gonna add up. And you're gonna see it at the end of the month. So I had to get rid of that. I actually, I ain't got rid of it yet. I'm still talking on it now, but I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna get it cut off in the next couple of days. I'm just trying to transfer everything over. Because I already know when I cut this phone off, they're gonna start asking me to send codes to this number and it's cut off, and now I got a hard time getting into my accounts. So I'm trying to get all everything switched over first before I cut it off. Y'all, my barber cut me up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, he went crazy on my haircut. What's up, Miss LB? How you doing? He went crazy on my haircut, y'all. So now I officially got me a barber over here that can get me right there a week. Miss LB in the chat. I can't wait to play some music for y'all. I got so many songs. I've been putting my little playlist together. We're gonna have a little time, y'all. Y'all remember when I used to go live back there when I was in my apartment in Texas? Y'all used to be out there all night long. It was good weather. Be out there at night, it don't be cold. Some nights it were cold, ain't gonna lie. Some nights it was cold, but a lot of times I was out there all night because it just felt good outside. Like it wasn't cold or nothing. I miss Texas too. I can't wait to get back there. You enjoy yourself, Mark. Turn it up. Turn it all the way up. Just don't go crazy and desert this night out. Yeah, I just wanna, all week we've been doing a little hard work and stuff like that. We been working hard, y'all. Not all the time, but when we got work, we got work. You know what I mean? So I just want to, enjoy my time off, So I figure I go, check this little spot out, see what it's talking about, and come back. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, I'm gonna get up off here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped in with me. I appreciate all the super chats. Greatly appreciate it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and take me probably like a little hour or two nap before I go out. And I'm gonna try to come back live soon, y'all. I don't know when, so don't hold me to it, y'all. But I'm gonna come back as soon as I can, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, y'all. Y'all have a great night and be safe. Good night. stay with one of your bottom buddies tomorrow. Don't bitch out. I got you, Glow. I promise I will. Good night, y'all. Love you, Mark. Continue prayers. My brother. I love you too, TP. For shit show. In my Nard voice. All right, y'all.